Hello friends! Today I want to take you on a journey to an incredible country that's becoming more popular among tourists every year, Vietnam. It's a place where bustling cities coexist with breathtaking nature, and history can be felt in every corner. Vietnam is located in Southeast Asia, along the coast of the South China Sea. It borders Laos and Cambodia to the west, and China to the north. This country has a rich history, marked by centuries of resistance against Chinese emperors, French colonization, and, of course, the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War, which lasted from 1955 to 1975, was a pivotal moment in the country's history. The war split Vietnam into the Communist North and the anti-Communist South, with the North receiving support from the USSR and China, and the South from the USA. After the North's victory in 1975, the country was left exhausted and isolated. However, thanks to economic reforms starting in 1986, Vietnam began to integrate into the global economy and develop at an astonishing pace. Today, Vietnam is one of the most significant players in the global economy. For example, it ranks second in the world in coffee production and export, second only to Brazil. Interestingly, coffee was introduced to Vietnam by the French in 1857 and has since become one of the country's main crops. Did you know that Vietnam is also the largest exporter of dragon fruit, or pitahaya? Vast plantations of cacti with bright red fruits are truly a sight to behold. Agriculture continues to play an important role in Vietnam's economy, but industry has taken the lead, especially in electronics, mobile phone manufacturing, computers, and clothing. Even though Vietnam entered the oil industry relatively recently, it already ranks third in oil production in Southeast Asia. Major Vietnamese companies like Viettel, telecommunications, Vingroup, real estate, automotive, retail, and Petro-Vietnam, oil and gas, are key players in the global market and continue to grow rapidly. When talking about modern Vietnam, we must mention its major cities. The capital, Hanoi, is the cultural and political center of the country, where every corner is steeped in history. The largest city, Ho Chi Minh City, formerly known as Saigon, is the economic heart of Vietnam. Here, amidst French colonial architecture, you'll find the headquarters of major companies and thriving high-tech industries. If you dream of beaches and exotic getaways, head to Nha Trang or Quoc Island. These places offer resorts that rival those in Europe, and kite surfing in Mui Ne is a dream come true for any water sports enthusiast. Vietnam is a country where tradition and modernity coexist harmoniously. There are countless Buddhist temples here, but most of the population follows local animist beliefs or is atheist. Buddhism, however, remains an important part of the country's cultural heritage, and many temples are open to tourists. Vietnamese people are incredibly friendly. At first, they might seem a bit reserved, but once you start a conversation, you'll be met with sincere smiles. Education holds a central place in the lives of Vietnamese people. All students are required to wear uniforms, and in the lower grades, they also wear pioneer scarves, a reminder of the country's socialist past. In middle school, the uniforms become more formal, emphasizing discipline and unity. I can't overlook an interesting fact about Vietnamese currency. Vietnamese dong banknotes are made from plastic, which is resistant to moisture and wear. This choice of material is perfect for Vietnam's tropical climate and is a great example of the country's practical approach to economics. If you've ever been to Vietnam, you've likely noticed that the traffic here seems chaotic. Motorbikes are the main mode of transportation, and there are far more of them than cars. At first glance, the traffic in Vietnam looks disorderly and even dangerous. However, there are unspoken rules that everyone follows. Pedestrian crossings often aren't intended for pedestrians, so to cross the street, you need to move confidently and slowly, allowing motorcyclists to navigate around you. Vietnamese people have mastered the art of transporting almost anything on motorbikes, from oversized loads to entire families. This unique aspect of Vietnamese life never fails to amaze and impress visitors. You might have noticed that many Vietnamese people wear masks and long sleeves, even in the heat. This isn't just about health concerns. It's also tied to cultural traditions. In Vietnamese culture, as in many other Asian cultures, fair skin is considered a beauty standard. A tan is associated with hard physical labor and a lower social status, so Vietnamese people try to avoid direct sunlight. And of course, Vietnam is a country with incredible cuisine. Try pho, a traditional noodle soup that's served for breakfast in every cafe. And if you're looking for true exotic flavors, you can try scorpion meat, ostrich, or even snake heart. Vietnam is a country where tradition and modernity go hand in hand. It's a unique place that impresses with its diversity and cultural richness. It's a country where everyone can find something for themselves, from cultural landmarks to delicious cuisine, friendly locals, and stunning nature. If you haven't been to Vietnam yet, now is the time to think about adding it to your travel list. Leave a comment with your thoughts about Vietnam and which places you'd like to visit. What surprised you the most in this story about the country? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on more fascinating stories. Thank you for watching until the end. See you on our next virtual journey.